Hey, welcome back everyone. It's Clint Coons here, and in this video, we're going to answer whether or not you need a limited liability company for your real estate business. All right, let's get started. All right, this has to be the number one question I receive all the time. Should I set up an entity right now? And it's really hard to answer because unless I know exactly what it is you're doing or how serious you are about your real estate investing, the safest answer is always going to be absolutely set up a limited liability company to protect your assets, because who knows? You could be sued tomorrow. And there's a lot of legitimacy to that train of thought because, when you're making offers on real estate, if you're doing it in your own name, well, there's liability there that if you don't go through on the deal and you back away, you pull out at the last second, maybe because you couldn't get your financing to come through because you're trying to work with a private money lender or a gap funder, well, you could find yourself in a situation where someone's suing you if the property value went down. So there is liability, of course, in just making an offer if you don't have the right contingencies in place. And many times as new real estate investors, you're going to hear about how you have to have a strong offer. You come in and you don't have a financing contingency, even though you plan to finance a property. You're just going to find someone else to help gap fund your deal. You try to minimize your due diligence period as well, because you want that seller to think, all right, this is the guy that's going to be able to get me the money the quickest. Well, if you're going that route, and those are the types of deals you're going to be looking for, then I would highly recommend you create a structure right away, be it a limited liability company or a corporation. Now, I know this video, I mentioned it's about LLCs, but really it can come down to either type of business entity because it's not a one-size-fits-all approach. If you've invested in education to learn how to go out and put deals together, what type of deals to invest in, then I think you should probably set up a corporation and not an LLC. And there's tax reasons for that I'm not going to go into, but they could be beneficial to you at a later date. So, if you're active, you're going to be putting deals together that are not traditional, meaning you're not going to use financing that through a conventional route, or watch my video on working with lenders or the different types of loans that there are available to you. If you're not going the conventional route, then, I'd probably set one up. I think it's really important to get that entity set up, and then you should be making your offers inside of that. Now, what happens if you're going to be buying residential real estate and you're going to go more the conventional route? You're going to go out, you're going to find the property, you're going to get the standard inspection period, financing contingency there, go down and work with a broker to acquire the property. If you haven't bought anything yet and you're just getting started, you probably don't need a limited liability company at this point in time. And here's why. You're not going to be able to close in the name of the LLC, because with those types of loans, you have to close in your own name. So to set an LLC up now is going to be premature. Here's a mistake that I see a lot of real estate investors make. They assume that they're going to be investing where they live. Now just think, say you're watching this video right now and you live in California. I mean, let's face it, California is one of those states that makes it really hard to make money on real estate if you're not flipping. I mean, the prices there are just so high that the return on your investment or your rental return can be pretty darn low, or can be negative. A 2 or 3% cap is not an area I'm comfortable in. So you may find yourself investing out of state. Maybe it's in Alabama, North Carolina, Indianapolis, who knows? And in that case, setting up a California LLC isn't going to benefit you, because you're going to need an LLC in the state where that property is located. So as a real estate investor, if you're just starting out, what I would suggest you do is analyze where you plan to take your investing. If you're going to be flipping, if you're going to be wholesaling, definitely need to get an entity set up right away. If you're going to be buying residential real estate and you're investing in your market, and you know that you're going to be working with portfolio lenders or private money and you're not going to go the conventional route, set up an LLC, because you're going to take title in that limited liability company. Now, if you're getting started and you're going to go out and you're going to look for properties and you don't own anything yet and you just wonder if this is for you and you're going the conventional route to finance it, hold off. There's no rush. Educate yourself with all my other videos so you know what you should be doing when the time comes, but there's no reason to jump right in and set up a limited liability company. One last point I want to make. Nevada, Wyoming, and Delaware, you're going to hear all about those structures. Should you set that up for yourself at this point in time? Answer to that is, give me a reason why you need it. Okay, I will tell you that at a certain point in time when you go out there and you're going to create your first structures, yes, if you want anonymity, you should set up a Wyoming LLC. Typically, you'll see many of my videos, I always do this. I draw that Wyoming LLC down here. This is the Wyoming, and it's going to provide anonymity. So when you set up that first LLC, let's say this is in North Carolina, it's owned by the Wyoming, and that way no one will trace it back to you. So if you're going to get your structure set up and that's what you're looking for, then this may be the way you start. So actually it might be 2 LLCs for you. But for the most part, like I said, if you haven't found any properties yet and you're just getting started, you're just going to do residential real estate the conventional route, take a breather, find the investments, get a property under contract. Once the money goes hard, give us a call and then we can help you out starting that first initial structure. All right, guys, hey, if you like the videos, give me some likes. If you want to learn more, be sure to subscribe so you get my videos as soon as they're released right to your inbox. All right, take care, everyone.